you don't need an intro. You know why you're here. Let's hop straight into the deck tech, green-red monsters. Right, so this is my take on green-red monsters. You'll see that some of the additions that might stand out to you are the Beanstalk Giant, 7 mana here on my top end. And then we have, at the bottom end, we have 2 Thrill of Possibility. I've found that this helps me smooth out my draws a bit more, and something else you might see that's different from my green-red monsters list compared to others is that I have a higher land count than others. Some people go as low as like 13 and 14. I like 15. Bit of a sweet spot there for me. I also run 4 copies of Cultivate instead of 3, and then on top of that, like I said, we have this first half of Beanstalk Giant to get more land. Basically, the point of this deck is to just thin it out, draw all the land as fast as you can, and then play your creatures. Just keep drawing gas for the rest of the game, right? Some of the more questionable picks in this deck for me personally are going to be the Vonder's Enclave. This card never really seems to come in handy. It's just a one-of. I never really draw it when I need it. Garrick's Harbinger, as much as I dislike this card, I think it's really relevant right now for all the Rakdos decks and how powerful black removal is. They basically have 8 Doomblades in their deck, right? One at 1 mana and another one in the form of Heartless Act at 2 mana. So just having this here as something that they can't immediately remove is helpful. It's just another 3 mana play for when we have Terror of the Peaks down, and when we have Phoenix of Ash to come into play. After we cultivate, usually that 6 mana spot in a deck like this is a sweet spot. And being able to double play like that with Bone Crusher Giant or something and Flame Spill, it's just really nice to have these powerful 3 mana plays. These are all highly impactful right when they get on the board, no matter what. As long as they're not instantly removed, like Phoenix of Ash typically is. Even then, we have the escape cost to pay, and we need to bring it back. Got the oatmeal cream pie. Can't lose a game now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tastes just like middle school. Got a couple shots of tequila too. Not dropping a game today, baby. That's a keep right there. I like that. What you got? No turn two play for them. All right. Just go ahead and do what it do. We're gonna stomp whatever he plays with the Bone Crusher Giant, 2 damage, or not. So next turn we cultivate. Let's see if they end up exiling a creature. We can just boink that zombie. Nope. I kind of want to save the Bone Crusher Giant to get rid of the zombie when it comes. If he ends up milling one, if they end up milling one next turn, or when they play a creature, so we'll save that. This turn we'll just spend it cultivating. Triple cultivate. Oh god, I'm sorry. What we're about to do should not be allowed on YouTube. What you got, friend? I'm gonna finish this oatmeal cream pie before they finish their turn. Oh my god. No reason not to cultivate again, right? Now we just draw heat for the rest of the game. Feels pretty good. Cultivate's going to pull all that land out of the deck. Ooh, Bone Crusher Giants in the play. So getting rid of that's going to be annoying, but we'll figure it out. We have to take a little bit of damage for it. They're not pressuring me, so I felt comfortable ramping. Because now, with all this land out of the deck, that means we just draw gas for the rest of the game. Sure, that'll come down. Probably Probably going to use Bone Crusher Giant for the... Or, Stomp for the Bone Crusher Giant. Wow. So yeah, they're going to have removal in their hand, I'm sure. I have enough mana to do this. This sucks. This feels awful. It feels about as bad as it looks. I'll say that much. What is good is that they won't be able to get it back later on. We still have the Spike Field Hazard for anything 1 mana on their turn. Let's see what happens. Next turn we get Elder Gargaroth. We'll see if they destroy the Bone Crusher Giant. Next turn we can Elder Gargaroth and Cultivate. Or I can draw a card. Mire Triton. So that's getting exiled by Spikefield Hazard for sure. We don't want to have to deal with any Death Touch creatures on the battlefield. Heartless Act, we knew that was coming. Go ahead and boink this thing out of existence. 1 damage, exile. No worries of a Death Touch creature coming back into play. They probably still have more removal in their hands because they haven't really done anything yet this game. So that's a concern. So my options are Cultivate and Elder Gargaroth, or Elder Gargaroth and Bonder's Enclave. Psych, I can't do that. So we'll just go ahead and Cultivate. Get more land out of the deck. Last 2 basics. Alright, we should just be drawing spells now. Our first 5-drop of the game is Elder Gargaroth. Of course, the removal. Maybe we can draw some creatures now. Close. Ooh. Now things are heating up. Just kidding. We're still top decking. I definitely don't like being in top deck mode with my health this low. I would love to draw the Great Henge. I would love to draw one of my copies of Tormenting Voice or Thrill of Possibility so that we can draw some more cards, fill up the hand. Either way, next turn we're going to go Bonder's Enclave, and I'm just hoping they don't get rid of Terror of the Peaks this turn. I'd like to be able to untap with this creature, but wouldn't everybody? Most Slamma Jamma. Slow playing on turn 10. The shock. Something's coming in here. A good draw would be my my 2-drop. Ooh, is that Death Touch? Sure is. Ooh, not bad. We can do some damage here. Draw a card from it. Drop a land. Easy enough. Dealing my 4 right there to the dome. We fly over their head. Do 5 damage. I'd like to draw a card. Beanstalk Giant feels pretty good. There's no reason for me to use this because I have all my basics on the battlefield. 4, 5, not enough to cast. We just go ahead and attack here. I'm gonna leave the Druid. Hanging back. Next turn we can actually win the game by just playing Beanstalk Giant, but this is provided that they don't top deck removal here. So Beanstalk Giant is actually a tech that I put in this deck specifically for the combination of just more ramp in the deck, but also with Terror of the Peaks. However, as you can see, Terror of the Peaks never really seems to last more than a turn. This feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And now we win the game. I love it, dude. To the dome. Bang! 12 damage. Alright, red-black. Scavenging Ooze is going to be good in this matchup. This is actually the 2-drop I was talking about that I would like to see. Phoenix of Ash. not super necessary in a matchup like this. I do like the ability to bring it back when my creatures ultimately get removed. So we'll drop one copy of Balaad Recovery and keep Phoenix of Ash in. Yeah. Well, they have creatures with flying that I'd like to remove, and then those enchantments are no fun. But I don't think it's worth bringing in Broken Wings. This is probably fine. My removal lines up pretty well with theirs, with their creatures. Look at Jaya. What a boss ass. Oh my god. We love Jaya. Yes, we do. All right, we are going to be on the draw. Our opponent's going to be playing first. Come on, homie. This is a playable hand just because we have... And this is actually part of why I like Thrill of Possibility in this deck. I think it smooths out my draws a bit more. Fill up the graveyard for Phoenix of Ash should we need to. I want to draw into removal. Spikefield Hazard will come down as a land turn 1. Then we'll drop the forest unless we draw. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So we can still do our play. And then we get the Land of War Visionary on turn 3. Again, they have no turn 2 play for this hand. Feels good for me. You also got Beanstalk Giant and Tuck. And we saw how much damage he was able to do game 1. It's a bit of a trend for Beanstalk Giant. Bone Crusher Giant coming through. Only thing I can really do to get rid of Bone Crusher Giant right now is block with Phoenix of Ash or Land of War Visionary. And then Spikefield Hazard it. I really don't want to do either of those things. Well, Thrill of Possibility. I could pitch a forest. But then yeah, this is probably worth doing. I want to keep the rest of the cards in my hand. Cool. I could cultivate here. Try and pull out some of the removal early. I mean, Land of War Visionary, sorry. Feels bad to not have the double red just yet. This tells me they have another Bone Crusher Giant because of their hesitation here, so this is probably just going to die. These are all fine things. I would rather him use that on my... Ooh, I don't like that. We'll drop a Cultivate. We don't need 3 of them. Now they can't play a creature. That looked like a misplay to me. I'd like to see what you guys think about that play. I think they would have been better off playing Bone Crusher Giant because my deck has such a hard time getting rid of them. Here we just cultivate. I should have cultivated first because now I have to bottom this. So that was a misplay, but it's a small misplay. Shouldn't make a huge difference. 3 green sources, 2 red. Lots of green in hand. We'll get a red and we'll get 2 red. Next turn I could cultivate, or I could Beanstalk Giant. Alright, they're going to have a zombie on the battlefield. I'm still really surprised to see that they haven't played their Bone Crusher Giants. Maybe they're waiting until they can play both. I'm not sure. This feels really good to play right now. I can play both of these creatures. And the next turn... Oh, now I won't have access to... What's it called? Next turn. So I could cultivate and guarantee the Beanstalk Giant next turn, which I'm probably going to need. I'm also going to need to be able to pitch something for when this comes down next turn. This is probably not all that useful, and I can pitch it when Kroxa comes down. So yeah, we'll cultivate here so that we have cards to throw away. Green and a red. Green source in the battlefield. So this is actually pretty tough, is dealing with these things, because I don't have my Scavenging Ooze to remove them from the graveyard. Next turn, I will likely Great Henge. Great Henge and Phoenix of Ash. They could play another one next turn. It won't, though. We're just hoping to draw into our 5-drops now. That's really all we're looking for. This can't attack. +1/+1 counter feels good. Now we have something to drop. Just got some damage in the air. This will probably get removed soon. But the beauty of it is that I can just bring it right back with Escape, draw more cards, gain more life, all that fun stuff. We're going to get swung on by the 6/6. Next turn we have the Beanstalk Giant. That comes in as a 9/9. Ooh, that feels bad. I want to draw a Bone Crusher Giant so that I can block Garrick's Hunger here. But we got to wait to draw that. Oh, this feels so bad. Would love to draw one of my 4 Bone Crusher Giants this game. Crack that, get some health. Scavenging Ooze is alright. We can get rid of the other... Oh, they already did. Yeah, too late. I don't even have enough to beef that thing up. Okay. So, another option I have is dropping the Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, this is the right play, because then we have 2 blockers. Or I could just block with 1 and damage there. Okay. If I play this creature, they won't attack. And I want them to attack here. What I'm probably going to end up doing is double blocking. Okay, so here's the play. We destroy this thing with a Flame Spill. It's just got to go. We're going to double block. I probably didn't... Yeah, I needed to do that. That's fine. We're just going to double block next turn. Hopefully they don't have removal. If they do, then it's kind of curtains, but... Okay, I get it. Flying in the air. We got 5 mana. I really just need 1 red source open. Yeah, I like the Phoenix of Ash in this deck. I was pretty skeptical about it, but I think especially with so much graveyard play going on, so much mill, it's something I can always have. Oh, that sucks. -X to end of turn. Oh, well they get what? They get -2 something here.
Run now, and I might spare your life.
Wow, I have to discard a card now. Well, we can't discard this, that's for sure. We're gonna have to get rid of this here.
We're doing things my way.
Think we just start chump blocking? I think we just start chump blocking. Oh yeah, now I have to... That sucks, dude. If I just block with 1, then next turn I get to do a pretty good bit in the air. I think we just need to get rid of this creature, right? They got 2 in the grave. They can't bring it back. If we just double block, then they also... Yeah, this is probably the right call. I don't like this play, but I'll get to keep one of the creatures. Oh, good. Good, good. Draw ourselves a card. Back to 16 life. We love the Great Henge. We got the big dumb bird in the air. They got 3 cards in grave, so they'll be able to -3. So this creature's going to die. Number of cards in your graveyard, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna die, but unless I Bone Crusher Giant on it, which is probably the right call. He'll have to kill his Liliana to use that. Alternatively, what I could do is kill the Lily, attack straight on, because I can kill the Lily just by doing this, pumping 1 time, and then I'll still be able to Bone Crusher Giant. How many do they need here? 5. This is difficult. Nah, here's what I'll do. If I just go straight for the dome and pump 1, 2, brings me up to 7. Boom. Now we just need 1 more Bone Crusher Giant, which is pretty likely, considering I'm at 16 life.
Don't you just love the smell of death?
And we can just bring it right back in next turn. Oh, this doesn't matter. We attack in the air. None of this matters. Not sure what you thought this was, but it's a loss, baby. They never played these two. What a mistake. That's game. What'd I say? No losses today.